Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Desperados going up against the Black Knights.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Austin Desperados and the London Black Knights. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
They find some open field here. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 8 yards to go here on second down. From the gun, Mariota. Complete to Whalen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now here's a carry heading left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either. 9th
play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now they try the right side here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 3rd down, Mariota. And a big hook up here to Whalen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a handoff looking right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Throwing is Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. It's Austin football to begin quarter number 2. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about Hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll go with the keeper, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right at the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards for number 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll look to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Let's see if they do just that.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Smith catches left side. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Second down, Mariota. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go play action. Mariota. And he slings one that's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff looking right. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And to give this time to the tailback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Mariota now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually take him down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Mariota. And that's caught by Smith. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And here now the offense heading back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Welcome back now here in London. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd down following the run. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up to about the 40. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9-10.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And an alley to run, and he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mariota. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind.